God made Abel offered up God before Adam sacrificed his king, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God justifying us by it against you. By faith Enoch was translated and not yet, and was not found, because God had chanced it. For before his translation he had this testimony that he knew God. 11 45.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
again, good morning and grand rising to each and every one of you that have gotten up this morning and said, hey, it's the Madman Morning Show. Good morning to everybody. Grand rising is now 6 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that means that if you had to be there at 9 o'clock, you're late. But, y'all take your time going and coming and so forth. We'd like to welcome each and every one of you each and every weekday morning right here on Mag Media 3 Productions right here at the Magman Morning Show. Good morning to all of our listeners that are listening to us via WKRA 92.7 on our FM dial. We'd like to say hello to all of those listeners that have continued to listen to us in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Like to say hello to all of you all. Like to say grand rising and good morning to all of you. To Deacon Alvin Moore, we'd like to say good morning to you, Sir Sharon Reed, and to Apostle Anthony Reed, our covering here. We'd like to say hello to Alice, the blessed child of God, our lead moderator. And to all of you that are here, Brother Lee, our co-host, will be here shortly. And it's just good to be here. We're here. So still a lot of exciting things going on around the country. And we see that people are fed up about the things that are going on. And we're living in some challenging, I would say, and I'd put it mildly, some challenging times. But even with challenging times, I tell you something, folks, there is hope. I put the title today, as you see. Usually I would go straight to doing my broadcast journalistic things, but I needed to say what I have to say, and there's some announcements that I like to make. And you all see the title, and I'll read it again. It says, "Get your facts straight before you say anything about a person." Information and inspiration. I've always said that that's our standard here at the McMahon Morning Show, Mag Media 3 Productions. I'm not fussing. I'm just going to set the record straight. And I don't have to say it no more, because I just believe as an adult people and as a people that understand things that we understand. I'm not going off. I ain't cutting nobody. I ain't laying any shade. I don't do those types of things. I don't have to. I just like to be clear on my objectives and my mission here in this time that we're in today. This is where God has me placed. And I tell you this, I didn't think in I would say, exaggeration, in a million years that I would be doing the things that I'm allowed to do by God to do. I will always acknowledge my Savior, my Lord, my King, the one that delivered me, set me free, made me white as snow. When I'm a filthy rag in anybody's sight, I ain't nobody. I've made mistakes. I'm man, shoot, the scum of the earth, deserve all judgment, all whatever, because I've done some things in my time. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. And because I have to set the story, because people think that you're perfect, or that there's some perfect people in the world. I'm sad to say to you that there are no perfect people in the world. Does that excuse behavior? No, it doesn't. It doesn't excuse any kind of hurt, harm, danger, evil, or whatever. It does not exclude that. Grace does not give me a license to hurt, harm, or to do things, or to just go out and blatantly and just commit wrong. No, that's not how grace works in my life or my understanding of it. And I'm not trying to get you to understand like me, but I believe that grace is what? Is something I don't deserve. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. But because Jesus died for me, on the cross. This is what I believe. I'm just saying what I believe, and if you don't believe it, I'm not. I hope that you'll see somewhere along the line. In all your ways, acknowledge God, and He will direct your path. So I'm acknowledging Him because I want Him to direct my path. This is a broadcast journalism, or this is news and information and inspiration channel. I don't do gossip. I don't care who's in your house doing what and what you're doing and all these things. That's not important to me. My job is to pray and go on about my business and stay out of your business. As far as it's your personal business, if you're newsworthy and you're in the ether and you're doing the things that you do, I have a right as a journalist under the First Amendment to report the news. It's public information. But I'm not going to dig up under some rocks, up under some bushes, or looking and peeking in people's houses, or trying to dox you and trying to find out all of the evil that you do. Because let me explain something to you. If you're evil, it's going to come out. So anybody got to do no doxing or anything on you, trying to find out what your life is and how your life is and try to judge you according to the way that they want to be judged. See, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but I'm going to tell the truth. For those of you all that, hey, it's fine for you to say and to lay and not to say anything. That's okay. I'm not asking for a rebuttal. All I'm trying to say is we need to be careful what we say about people. I'm not making any excuses for anybody. I'm not saying that anybody has, I pass judgment on nobody. I got to look at myself first. I know people do things. I comment on some things. I'm nobody's judge. I ain't got a heaven or hell to put you in. God did not give me that authority nor that power to do. It only lies in His hand. You determine where you go. It's not my determination. And as long as I'm broadcasting on the air anywhere, I will always acknowledge Jesus Christ, my Savior. I will do it all the time, period. This is the Magman Morning Show, but Jesus is the head of me. Okay, I'm not out there. If CBN and the rest of them, and they got news, they got CBN, they call it the Christian Broadcasting Company. I don't mean to give them no accolades, but they report the news and say they preaching the gospel. And I'm not a theologian or anything like that, but a lot of the stuff that they have said, I know that it ain't biblical. But I don't come here to challenge anybody's religion. I don't come here to challenge anybody's belief. But I know the God that I serve take care of James. Okay? The one that I give glory to. I ain't worried about that. I'm going to give him the glory. You might say, man, you need to be a Buddhist. You need to do this. You need to be this. You need to be a holy roller. You need to be all of this. You can't tell me what to be. I'm just saved. That's it. And that's on that. Now, that's a James McCrae public service announcement. I had to get that out because people get it twisted. Don't get it twisted now. Oh, he's blessing. In spite of, don't worry about the folks that leave. Let them leave. I ain't begging anybody to be here. And God told me what to do, and I did something. And I saw this morning. I was trying to get myself together, came across the internet, and I decided to say, the Lord says, take this. So I'm going to put this up, and let's talk about this, if it can come up. There it is. Why rent a billboard when the TV ad starts at $50? Right there. That's the immediate rate for the McMahon Morning Show. Why go out and get mail outs and you spend thousands and thousands and we can reach the masses right here? Believe it or not, the McMahon Morning Show reaches a lot of people that you really don't think that they reach. I'm not hustling. I'm not doing anything. I don't have anything to sell you other than some radio and television time. And that's what I do. That's what pays the bills. That's what keeps me out of hock and have to beg and plead or whatever. Get you a TV ad. Listen, if you have a business and you can't spend $50 for an ad, you don't need to be in business. I'm just telling you that right now. People have been hoodwinked and bamboozled, ain't reaching nobody. There are people that you need to reach in your dynamic. And and these are the audiences that I don't reach. I don't reach the gossipers. the liars and the cheats and the people, the clickbait. I don't reach those people the excitement of somebody's downfall and gossiping and fighting and who's cheating and all this stuff. That's not what the McMahon Morning Show. McMahon Morning Show is to bring you awareness of the things that are going on and the events that are going on that affect you as human beings and even as black people. My community, I got to start with it first. Those of you from other persuasions, you can follow along. But my aim and my direct is towards my folks. If nobody else is supported, I'm going to support my people. So at $50, $50, that's all that it costs. All you business owners, all you people got cookies, and whatever it is, I'm going to treat you right. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. So I'm going to keep that up for just a couple of seconds. And also, I'm trying to look for stand by. I got something I need to announce. Our colleague, I'll be back to that in a minute. Wait a minute, let me get this down. Our colleague in Dalton, Sherry Hatchett Britton, and y'all seen her many, many times, has been appointed the administrative assistant of the fire department of Dalton. She has a promotion, so she got her Class A's on. We wanted to say congratulations. Sherry helped us in many, many ways to do the things that we do here at the McMahon Morning Show, especially the events in the Southland. There she is with the chief, and she's doing her duty. And you know, when you wear Class A's, you know, you as a chief and a commissioner, former, but I still have my certifications. That's saying something. That means that you mean business. You're the person that they're going to be looking to for leadership. Congratulations once again. Also to you, Sherry. Last night we had there was a board meeting at Harvey, and we were trying to get some information from Miss Colby and the folks down there at City Hall of Harvey. And we didn't get a chance to do anything, but we will make up that report. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to get in touch with the alderwoman, the candidate for mayor of the city of Harvey, to find out. Now, I saw some of it on Martin G's broadcast on last night. He had went live, and I had hooked into him, and we had some technical difficulties, and we couldn't get things going. But I'm going to see if I can get Martin's video, and I'll play a portion of it to review the meeting that went rather smooth. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got cussed out or handled wrong. The press was there. I think that the press kind of spooked them, and all of the people that had their cameras out, all the Martin G, all the media people, Vivian, everybody that was there. It was a very interesting meeting, and we need to see if we can get that on for the people. That's what we're here for, folks, to bring awareness. And also, I got this information from the Second Ward, information about the Second Ward meetings, and information that you can reach Colby Chapman. She's still the alderwoman, even though she's doing the work to bring awareness to the area of Harvey. So you all just, if you can get the QR code, I will bring it up again and announce these facts for you to have. That's wonderful. Hey, I'm gonna now I said everything I wanted to say on what I said. Somebody said that am I through? I can say as much as I want to say. This is the McMahon Morning Show. I'm here as a spokesperson and as a tool for the people to get out the things that need to get out. Good morning to Diane Black and to everyone that's joining. I don't see you all. I haven't seen Diane in a while. To a wonderful father. Also to all of you that are listening and that are still. I'm in the corner here, so let me come up so y'all can. Yeah, I'm here. Wait a minute. See. There it is. All right. So the Mac Man is here. We're going on camera real soon. Real soon. Brother Lee is here. I wanted to continue to, we're going to just go through our show today. I said all that I had to say on all of those things. I'm going to take a break real quick, bring Brother Lee on, and we're going to just do some reviewing. I did get some information on the situation in Los Angeles. Somebody wanted me to they gave me some information, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And there's something else I want to talk about, too, that I'm going to bring up with our chief commentator and our co-host of the Magman Morning Show, Brother Lee Mack. He's here. So y'all go get your coffee and all those other things, and I'll be right back after these messages with Brother Lee, and we're going to go ahead and get this train to the station. We'll be back in a little bit.
Tune in to the Macman Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
All right, we're back on the Magman Morning Show. Listen, I wanted to say grand rising and good morning to all of our friends and our supporters everywhere. I'd like to say good morning to Miss Tremaine Roberts of Smoothie Cafe over at 4714 Lincoln Highway in Matson, Illinois. She'll be open at about 11 o'clock. Y'all can get them good smoothies. You might, I don't know if you know, they say that they're real good, and some get those energy ones, and some, they give you your pep, the coffee. Well, I guess they got a coffee smoothie. I don't know. But I got to get that menu to see what's going on. And we're trying to put something together for Miss Roberts, because this is a wonderful establishment. You can go get ice cream. Listen, this is the warm months. This is the time to support. Y'all go out there and support. Don't go to the other people. Go get you some wonderful ice cream and wonderful. They got a chocolate bar also, meaning that you can go. Man, I mean, y'all like chocolate. I think y'all should go over there, and you should. We should just support each other. Listen, not just that. Miss Roberts is one of the best businesses in Matson, one of the best of 2025, recognized for her outstanding customer service and satisfaction from her online reviews are great, and even her customers when they come in and they really appreciate the things that are going on. So y'all go over there and y'all go see Miss Roberts. Now she gonna shout too because she love God too, and wonderful family, wonderful people, wonderful business people, wonderful businesswoman, and we just want to say that we support you and what you're doing. Y'all go on over there and y'all get you something cool to drink, as they say, and get you a smoothie. Go there and get you some ice cream. Take the children with you. Take your church with you. Y'all have social. Y'all just ought to bust a move up in there and go in there and help and support our sister. I like to say not only is Miss Roberts doing wonderful as a business person, her brother also, brother Larry Roberts, of Larry Roberts, founder of Larry Roberts Barber College, has opened up Larry's Barbers Maximus, in the Country Club Hills Walmart. And look, I'm telling you, it is really wonderful. He's a wonderful businessman, wonderful young man doing really great things. He provides haircuts for the school children that are going back. Free haircuts are getting ready to happen. He's having a campaign of some kind. I got to get that information, but I wanted to spotlight Brother Larry and all that he's doing at his barber college. Also, if you want to learn the skill and become a licensed barber, you can go to Larry's Barber College in the greater Chicago area and in the south suburbs. And we're going to make sure that we get all the information that we can for Brother Larry Roberts. He's a wonderful percussionist, musician, his musical family. Shout out to his family and shout out to all of you all that it's a good smoothie. See, Sharon say she like them. The good smoothies, they're wonderful. And y'all go by there and y'all stop being cheap. You know that the other Mac man talking about them. People are cheap. Don't be going to trying to find the Uncle Willie special and the ATT discount and all those other things. Y'all be nice and be real with folks and and treat people like they are. We got to be real business people. You ain't gonna go downtown and tell Laurie's Steakhouse or any of them other places or I ain't gonna mention no more places because they ain't gave me no $50 or nothing for my advertisement, so I ain't gonna do that. But then, don't go to them folks there. Go spend your money in your neighborhood and in your community where people are really reputable and clean, nice, established. There ain't no hoodlums or nothing. But then, but the presence is there that people can come and enjoy your business. We'll be right back after this quick message from our sponsor.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And it's exactly 9:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. on the 10th day of June, June 2025. Good grand rising. Good morning to all of you. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host, is in the house. And we're, as I was saying, I'm going to give a little brief update on the story that we were talking about yesterday. Someone wanted to version and even talk about our conversation with Brother Lee Mack on the issues that are at hand. Let me say this right quick. There are a lot of things that are going on in our country that we would have to spotlight on, and we know that there's a plan that's already in effect to do some real serious disarrayment in our country. We know that. But there is hope. We got to stay focused on the things that we need to stay focused on in our communities and our families and our households. And there's an answer. I mean, you know something, and discussion is good. This is what we need to do to discuss these things. I'm going to bring up a video while we're here, and I'm going to get it situated about the topic that we have at hand. And Brother Lee Mack and I are going to come back on the other side and talk about it. Now, this is an update from yesterday's story that I got today, and from News 11 in Los Angeles. I wanted this especially because I want you all to observe what's going on. It's a shame that a constitutional crisis is about to happen in our country due to showboating and hurting. And the situation is definitely serious because look at the similarities to uprisings in totalitarian countries and versus here we are in the United States. Just as a history lesson, just let's look at this right quick. This is not overseas. This is not the Middle East. This is not Russia or any other communist country. This is the United States of America.
Against immigration and customs enforcement. The Marines will support the nearly 1,700 National Guard troops already on the ground, some seen here protecting a courthouse.
The introduction of federal military personnel without direct coordination creates logistical challenges and risks confusion during critical incidents.
LA's police chief says most of the protests in the city have been peaceful. He says those who engage in violence or vandalism will be arrested. LA Mayor Karen Bass says that the federal government's response is contributing to the chaos.
It makes me feel like our city is actually a test case for what happens when the federal government moves in and takes the authority away from the state or away from local government.
It comes as peaceful demonstrations against ICE are spreading to other major cities nationwide, including Atlanta, Chicago, and New York.
We are not criminals.
California Governor Gavin Newsom now in a war of words with President Trump after Trump expressed support of arresting Newsom.
What crime has
I think his primary crime is running for governor because he's done such a bad job.
Newsom challenging Trump on a podcast.
I told the president, just get it over with. Arrest me. Move on.
California has sued the Trump administration. They are trying to stop the deployment of National Guard troops and Marines. The mayor says they are only protecting 2 federal buildings downtown. Perry Russell, ABC News, Washington.
We want to thank ABC News for that report, and we want to thank News 11 also for that News 11 in California for that report that they gave to us. The reason that I brought this back up was because, and forgive me for the signal, we're working on it. And we do need your assistance in making sure that we're just working. We need your assistance. But other than that, the question that comes to hand at this point is, how far is this going to go, and what the implications are going to be for the Black community as we strive, as I see that, as we strive to figure out which direction and to be guided in the directions that we need to go in order to survive these situations that are going on. And you say, why survival? What I mean is, we can't lose our heads because other people are doing what they are doing, and we can't be in everybody's fight. Now, as a caveat, let me remind you, and I'm not against the Hispanic or the Latino community, but these are the same people that 57% of them voted against their interests, basically, and now they're looking towards and looking to us, the Black community, to come in and riot with them. And I don't think that that's going to be, and I think that that's what the intention, this is my opinion and commentary on this. This is my opinion, that they're trying to mix it together in order to have a bigger incident. where there could be certain martial law factors that'll come in. Now, I could be wrong, and that's why I have Brother Lee Mack, our co-host here, and I want to take our time and just extensively, we got the time to extensively talk about the plight that the immigrants have put everyday black Americans in. And do they have they have a heck of a nerve asking, do they have a heck of a nerve asking the black community to come and help them? They said, well, our community is best for marching and Dr. King and the civil rights, and we the best at it. So they want our talent to come and help them, and they wouldn't even vote for their interests or ours. What do you say about that? Brother Lee Mack, our co-host of the McMahon Morning Show. Come on, Brother Lee.
Well, great day, everyone, and new beginnings. And I would say, look, the reason why I say I started this, the reason why I say great day and new beginnings is because good morning, the roots of that saying goes back to slavery. And we casually use it. We're ignorant about using it. Slave masters used to honor life, which used to kill us. And he tell the survivors, have a good morning. So let's start with that. We're feeding it to our kids. We're feeding it on the streets, and Caucasians. Everyone is saying good morning. Say that's
We're
the
working on
thing.
it. Yes,
Listen,
sir.
you're working. That's how the slave masters work on you.
I said
They
I was
tell
working.
you,
I got to come out the habit.
and
Yeah, give me
see,
some grace,
see,
Lee. Give me some grace.
that's like saying, good morning, master. Same thing. They laugh about that. They snicker about that because they know the history behind it, and we don't. And I just like to say that real quick, but then I like to go on to what you were talking about. Here's the thing. This is unheard of in my lifetime. I've never heard of uh, a governor that didn't request National Guards, and National Guards was sent by anyone in the state. Okay, you got Governor Wallace. He didn't ask for National Guards, but the people of that state did. So that's why they showed up, because he wouldn't allow uh, college students to enter his college, into the state college of Alabama, the University of Alabama. He wouldn't allow them in there. And so he said over his dead body. So that's when Kennedy sent the National Guards to make sure that everyone had the right to go to a school, funded by the government, to have equal rights enforced. You know. Now, what Donald Trump is doing is he's expedited. He's leaped over the governor. And now he's talking about, just in casual talking, that governor should be arrested because he won't do what he wants him to do. And he's going to call him a bad governor. I call him a bad, Donald Trump has bankruptcies and everything else. He's a criminal. He's all of these things, but yet and still. And see, you know what? The quietest people out of this bunch, out of this is what we call the United States of America, the quietest citizens in this country is Caucasians. They are sitting and they want him to flush everything out. They are not saying a thing. That they're the quietest ones. They acting like this is something that doesn't affect their country. This is things that are affecting the country itself. And you made the statement, my brother, about we should not get involved with the Hispanics, the Mexicans, because it'll be more than Mexicans. It'll be Puerto Ricans. It'll be Dominicans. It'll be Venezuelans. It'll be people from all
But
of
should
those
we? What the
Spanish-speaking
question
countries.
is was,
I'm getting to
no,
that
but I
part.
was saying, wait. Oh, okay, yeah, I was saying,
I'm
should
getting,
we?
I'm
Yeah.
getting, I'm getting to that part. You said we shouldn't get involved because they didn't support us. They didn't support the election, and the majority, the 50+%, did not support as far as votes. But I'm gonna tell you something. We can't act like them. Okay, we sitting, we pouting, we saying don't get into this fight. I'm gonna tell you something. If we did not help the least of us, we will be part of the least of us if we're not there now. See, we're saying that we want to sit on the sidelines and watch them struggle. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is our fight. We got a dog in this fight. We might not like the fight. We might not like the circumstances, but believe me, we're going to get into this. It's going to touch us soon. So let's get to the front line first before they get to us. See, here's the thing. They're going to bring that fight to our door. But see, we see it so far away, we say, why should we fight? This is not our fight. It's not at our door, but it will be at our door soon enough. So let's get in the trenches and fight for it. Let's not wait till they bring the fight to us. Let's take the fight to them. And that's the thing we don't understand. We are so petty about this. Well, yeah, we didn't the Hispanics, the Mexicans, yes, they did not support. Yes, things happened to them. And now they are reaping the residuals of what they did. Not vote for their best interest. They voted against their interests. They voted with the fact that they did not like women. They did not like black women. And they voted their race. They voted their what I call their bigotry. They voted the fact that they was racist. The fact that they don't respect women. And women don't respect women. Let's really talk about this for a minute. And I'm gonna tell you this. And if a sisters, I know sisters listen. Women don't respect women. Black women don't respect each other. And I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you a fact. You sisters and women, you can look this up. Every time they have an election, you vote for more men than women. Every time. Every time. You vote for more women in office. I'm not talking about the president. The president, I mean the who was running for president. I'm not talking about Kamala Harris. I'm talking about on a regular basis, local basis, you vote for men. And you vote for white men. And you wonder why things are the way they are because most women vote for old white men. That's a fact. And you wonder why when you look at those town hall meetings and when they show the House of Representatives and everybody's there and the president is there, it's mostly white men. And then it's like you throw a rock and hide your hands. And you say, how did they get in office? You put them there. You put them there. And see, that's the thing. We're talking about, well, let's solve the problem. Let's stop voting for these men. Put more women in office. I want to see some sisters there. I want to see some women. Just give me some women in there. People say I talk about a lot of women, what women don't do, and women ain't no good. I like to see some women in office. See, that don't sound like me, does it? Yes, it is, because I'm with what's right. And that's the thing what we have to do. We have to stop the tail is wagging the dog. We talking about should we help the Mexicans? Yes, we should. Yes, we should. 100%. Because the fight is going to come to us eventually. And we're going to sit on the sidelines so long that it's not going to be enough numbers to fight back with. Together we are stronger. And we have to stop separating and start coming together. And that's the thing. We teach about, we always talking about separation and we different from them and they different from us. And the least of us, we have to help the least of us, and then we all rise. The boat rises when we all help the very least, that the ones that have the least amount. If we help them, everybody make it. Everybody makes it. That's pure mathematics. That's pure economics. That's how it works. If you help the poor, everybody makes it. If you help the uneducated, everybody gets an education. That's how it works. If you help the ones that don't have a job, everybody gets an employment. If you help the ones that don't have nothing to eat, that means everybody's going to eat. And that's what we don't understand. If we help and we talk about, I'm a Christian, you're nothing. You're not. I'd be ashamed to name my religion if that's what you stand behind. I'm a Christian. What does that mean exactly? You mind your own business. You see somebody starving, you keep walking. You say, that's not me. That's not my family. That could be your mother out there holding up a sign. That's how I look at it. I look at it and I see somebody that needs help. I say, and I'll help somebody. They say, why you help me? I say, you could be my mother. You could be my cousin. You could be my sister, my brother. And that's the thing. That's what we have to see it. Like, we can't say, I mind my own business. Well, then, you know what? When it's time for you to go, you won't have nobody there. Nobody will remember you. You touch no lives in a positive way. No one really knows who you were. You go just like you came in, minding your own business. And see, and if you think that's what life is about, then you need to go live on a mountain somewhere. Because if you're going to participate in society, in this world here, and I'm going to tell you something about communism and socialism and all of those things and fascism, I'm going to tell you something. You need to read a book before people speak about communism. They don't even understand what that is. Let me tell you what it is, because I read about it. I read about socialism and communism and fascism and all of those things. And I'm going to tell you something. Russia is not a communist country. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They're not a socialist country. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They got capitalism over there. They got people running business, making money, and not sharing with the poor. Yeah, they got some housing, but then they got some middle class neighborhoods. They got some they got some wealthy neighborhoods in Russia. They got socialism. You know what socialism is. We have some of it here. We're a socialist country, partly. Capitalism and socialism, right here. What you think Social Security is? What do you think public schools are? What do you think these things are? People, you're ignorant. Read a book. When
So
you
what
talk
I'm
about,
asking is, okay, the comparison that you made, not doubting what you're saying. What I'm saying is, and interjecting is this. Okay, say for instance, Canada. Canada has free health care. I mean, free, whether you need a transplant or you need urgent, I mean, serious operation, whatever the case may be, it is
yeah,
granted to its citizens.
yeah,
Okay, I don't know, and you might have to help me out because I had a different definition of what a socialist, communist country is, or dictatorship or whatever. And then, like I said, because the average person don't even think about that nowadays, or even think about communism or this socialism. They just living their best life. So help me out a little bit, if you can break it down just a little bit for me, because I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I'll break it down to you, brother. We have socialist uh, programs in this country, just like in Canada. Not just like in Canada, something like Canada, something like Europe. Europe, all of these countries would be considered socialist countries with some capitalism. And, just like you look at Russia, socialist country with some capitalism. That's what they got. Then you got the dictator countries, countries that have a dictatorship like Cuba. Cuba has a dictator. They don't vote there. They don't have elections. Not like here. They tell you what it's going to be like, and that's it. That's what you call a dictator. And see, and Trump
Mm.
is circumventing the Constitution because he can write what now call a law. He can say, look, he can make a statement and have somebody issue that statement, and not just a statement. He can act on things. He can get the military to do things, and then you have to go into court and get a court order, which that's what the governor of California is doing. And that's a shame that he can just violate the law, and then you have to go to court to tell him to stop. It should be, see, that's the thing. We don't even look at the structure of this Constitution that allows him to
And
do
and
so.
and the Supreme Court they made a ruling saying that a president acting in its official capacity can do whatever the heck he wants to do. Remember that?
Well, well,
You know, when
okay.
before, he was not out, Biden was in office, but then Trump was, you know.
Well, I'll say this. Are you still there, my brother? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still here.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. Now, see, that's the problem. I've said this before. The Supreme Court should be abolished because it doesn't follow the Constitution. I'm gonna tell you something. If the Constitution was upheld, you would need a Supreme Court, and then you have the Supreme Court, which does not follow the letter of the Constitution. It improvises. It improvises. It says corporations are an entity that within itself that they can be considered a person. This came from the Supreme Court. So it's the thing is, like I've said before, we weren't there when the Constitution was written. We weren't in the room, and no minority was in the room. Listen to this. This is something else. No minority. Well, at that time that Constitution was written, the people in that room was the minority. The people that wrote the Constitution was the minority. You know what a minority is? That's the smaller percentage. The smaller.
Yeah, they were under the king. It was under the king.
No,
yeah, I
no,
was just
but
saying.
no. When they sat and wrote that Constitution, when they sat there and wrote, these white men wrote that Constitution, they were the small amount of. They were the minority in this country. It was less of them than it was in the whole country. They were maybe, I would say, 10% of the population. When they wrote that Constitution, they were less than 10% of that population of this country. They wrote a Constitution for everyone, but everyone didn't get participation. 90% of the people that lived in this country at that time were not included in that room, were not even considered. See, you have to understand, they wrote a Constitution that didn't include you, and they were 10% of the population. How can you write a Constitution and you're 10%
So
of the
they always been a minority.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. They wrote a Constitution based on them, no one else. They didn't consider anyone else. They considered those white men in the room. They didn't even consider the women, the white women. They considered no one but themselves who owned property. They didn't, listen, you could vote if you owned property and you were white. Now, they didn't call themselves white then. They just called themselves Europeans. You know, they didn't use the term white. See, they didn't use that term till later. You know, but that's the thing. But see, we have to go back to this. Yeah, Donald Trump is trying to. He didn't come up with this by himself. Come on, let's not give him credit. He's a 12-year-old.
Well, that's true. He did.
But somebody, some racists, a lot of racists in the room. It's a whole bunch of them in the room. They came up with a strategy to say, let's agitate. They agitate. But see, when you see those riots, and those are not, they're not put on by Mexicans. They're put on by people who pay certain people to do this. See, we saying the Mexicans are starting fires and they're rioting. No. That's the government that's doing it. They're dressed in plain clothes, and they out there throwing rocks. They out there setting fires. That's what they're doing. See, we have to be smarter than this. We can't allow them to think for us and make up stories for us, and then we believe it. They throw the red meat out there and we eat it. And that's the thing, is that when you see these are peaceful people just letting you know what's going on is wrong. And we see them throwing a rock, and it's not them throwing the rock. I'm going to tell you something. You can look this up on social media. Now, in Chicago, when they were having Black Lives Matter, before the morning, before that break of day, when that sunrise, risen, someone had a video showing that policemen were dumping rocks, big rocks, on the street so people could take those rocks and break windows. The police, it's on there. Look it up on social media. They'll show you them putting rocks out there, putting big rocks out there downtown, putting rocks out there in the communities. So when they marched that early day, that those rocks would be out there, and so those infiltrators would take those rocks and bust those windows and start those fights. And you know, when you see kids downtown Chicago, they say, "Oh man, the kids are downtown Chicago." Listen, they got the nerve. Listen, when I was a kid, I'd never been downtown Chicago because the police just harassed us so bad in our own communities. We didn't dare leave. Now these kids just want to go downtown and enjoy it just like the white kids. So you see 100, 200 white kids enjoying something that their parents have paid taxes for, and we jump on board with the Caucasians about, look at all those teenagers down there. They're not starting any fights. They just want to see what the city is about. They just want to
Yeah.
see what their parents done paid taxes for.
Do
They
you
know how
think that
to
that's
act.
what? Wait a minute, but hold on, Lee. I got to ask you this then. Okay, if that's it, they want to see, they want to sightsee, go down, do. But why the destruction? What goes on? So
There's
is
no
there
listen.
agitation?
Let me
Wait, 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 wait. Let me
go
say
ahead.
this
Go
because
ahead.
it might be
Go ahead.
saying something that you said.
Go ahead.
Are there infiltrators in the young people too to make some folks do the things that they were doing downtown? Is this that's what you? I mean, bring it out if that's the thought. Go
I
ahead,
agree.
sir.
I agree 100%. When you see violence down there, it's not intended by the young kids. It's more. I'm gonna tell you, the majority of those young kids just want to go down there and enjoy the downtown. The majority, they got to be afraid of going downtown because the police treat them like criminals. When you talk to kids like they're criminals, they get angry. They get angry too, just like grown-ups. When you call them names, the police will call them a name, and you don't hear them say that on the TV because the news not gonna report that because it messes up the narrative. If the news said, well, there are some policemen that was agitating kids, there's some policemen were being violent toward kids, then that would mess up the narrative. They say 100% of the police was okay and the kids was a mess. Come on now, we got a relationship with the police and it's not good. We know how they talk to you. They talk to the grown-ups like we nothing. They ask you in the neighborhood. I'm gonna tell you something. This happened to me quite a few times. When I'm driving in the neighborhood, they feel I shouldn't be, and they say, "Why are you here?" They say, "What are you doing here? Where do you work?" I say, "It's none of your business where I work. It's none of your business why I'm here. I got a right to be on a public drive, a public street, a public sidewalk. I got just as much right as any Caucasian." But they will ask you these questions. So if they asking grown-ups, not just asking, they trying to harass you, agitate you. They agitate you when you drive in your car and they following you for about 2-3 miles to see if to get you to make some kind of mistake when you drive. You may wiggle your car. You may slow down too much. See, they trying to make you make some kind of error so they can pull you over and throw you out your car. So they do it.
It's agitation on both sides on those sides to create some kind of riot or something that's going to go on or something like that.
Let me tell you
Not a
something.
riot. Let me not say that. But let me correct my words first. First, let's do this. Let's go ahead and clear our sponsors out. Brother Lee's coming back, y'all. He ain't going nowhere, and we're going to just holler at our sponsors real quick. You're listening to the MacMan Morning Show. It is 9:59 Central Standard Time here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media Productions. We'll be right back. We're just going to say hey to our sponsors and make some announcements for those people that just came into our show. Thank you for coming in. We're here. We'll be right back after these messages.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? 4 you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-6999. 8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you that are here. Listen, I wanted to bring to your attention, a lot of people have been inquiring about advertising. Listen, why spend quadrillions of dollars on other stuff? I say billboard, but why spend all of that and I can get you a TV ad and the radio audio visual for $50, starting at $50. And you can reach more people. We're more trusted. And we're looking that you will not only just develop your business, but you make that money. You got to make money too. And that's what businesses are. We're entrepreneurs, business people. If you have a shop, you have things that you have specialties or whatever you have, give us a holler here at the MacMan Morning Show. I have something for you, and I will do my very, very best to make sure that your business, when it's spotlighted on our program, on our broadcast, that people will be able to come your way. You never know who lives in your area that listens to our show. Give it a try. Give it an opportunity. Listen, all you got to do is send your information to macmedia3@gmail.com. That's macmedia3@gmail.com and inquire about our rates, starting at $50. Now, listen, you in business, you ought to be able to spend $50 on advertising and publicity and you never know where the MacMan Morning Show might be. We might show up at your business and bust a move at your business. We ought to start that. We ought to just start up something and just bust a move. Just go on up in there and let's just buy things. There's a young man that lives in my vicinity, a young man that plays Little League Baseball at the parks here, and he was doing a fundraiser for cookies. So he come over, Miss James. I'm doing this fundraiser, and I mean the cookie was good and everything. He baked them himself, and I went over to him, and I paid him a bill, to give him, and I had more than what it was, and he said, "Let me give me your change, and I'll give you a receipt and everything." I said, "This boy is 6 years old telling me he's going to give me a receipt and my change. He didn't just take the money like some do, like you ain't getting no change back. Can I give him a change? No, you ain't getting no change back. This is my tip." No, but he was really nice about it. I'm going to bring him on and spotlight him because this young man, people could be doing anything, folks. And he's very active in sports. Very nice young man, mannerable, says yes, sir, and no, sir, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I mean, he really was really mannerable and, and things like that. You don't mind taking care and helping and assisting people in their fundraising efforts, if they're nice like that. Teach your children to be nice and have some courtesy, especially if you're trying to teach them to go into business. And we'll talk about that one day. We'll get Brother Lee to give you the facts on business startup. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how we can, when you get your EIN numbers and get yourself situated. And we're going to spotlight businesses here. You never know. And like I said, you never know what the McMahon Morning Show would do. If I was selfish and all that, I'd be screaming, oh, hit the like button. If you want to, you hear. If you like what you hear and you like what you experience, you'll be back here. There are people here that are with. And I like a shout out to everybody, even in the bushes. I want to shout out to everybody out there in our viewing audience. I want to also say, hey, to Dr. J. He's on tour and he's doing some media projects. And I just wanted to say, hey, to him, you know, I need me some new stuff. You got to help me out. And to D. Harris Interiors, need me some new stuff. No, I like to say to her that hopefully everything is going wonderful with your business. I see the many awards that you have acquired, and we're going to have you back on the show so that you can say, hey, I got Brother Lee Mack, our co-host. He's here, and we were doing our commentary with Brother Lee about the things that are going on in the community. Somebody sent me a message along these lines. Brother Lee, there's an email here. Wait a minute, hold on. I want to bring it up, and I want to ask you about this. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host. Wait a minute, one more time. And they're asking in so many words. This is long. In so many words, is there, Brother Lee, or what is in the McMahon and the McMahon show? That means you, but I'm giving you this question. Part of what you were talking about. The kids, she's saying, the kids, Mary, somebody. Okay. The kids, how can you say that they're down there? Okay. In other words, she's saying, you think that the kids on TV and that what they're showing, and you know, I know it's black kids down there, they ain't showing the white kids or whatever the case may be. Is it racially motivated, and the violence is it aggravated? What's causing them to causing the youth to act out like they do? In so many words, Brother Lee, can you help our listener out with that question? If I said it the right way, I'm sorry if I destroyed it. Go ahead, Brother Lee.
Well, I'll say this. Just to every adult out there, you used to be teenagers, and you saying it was a different time. You know, that's right, it was. You know, you could get a job in the neighborhood when I was a kid, and even, you know, adults when they're 50 now, you could get a job when you were a teenager back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s. You could get you a job in the community, you know, and it gave the kids something to do. And the government was looking at that and they said, oh, these kids have something to do. Let's pull some more resources out of out of the communities. And our community was losing more and more resources, more and more businesses. And there is nothing for the kids to do. You know, it's very little. There's no community centers. You got one community center. There should be one in, you know, it should be 5 or 6 of them in each community. You should be able to walk 2 or 3 blocks and be able to get to a community center. You shouldn't have to get in a car and drive 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour to get to a community center. It shouldn't be like that. But we wonder why the kids are down there, because there's nothing to do in your own community. When you go to the Caucasian communities, there's plenty to do. They got stuff they can walk a half a block and have something to do over there. Got a community center over there. They got the schools are open on the weekends. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is a fact, and you can write this down and look this up. You could in the white community, their schools are open on the weekends. Their schools got tournaments going on the weekends.
On the weekend?
Listen, this is something I know. I'm gonna tell you something. My grandkids live in a Caucasian community. Some of them. Some of my grandkids live in a Caucasian community because some of them are half Caucasian. You know, and when I go see them play basketball, It's on the weekend sometime. And you know what? Who's at that community center on the weekend? Hundreds, literally, I would say thousands of white folks is at that community center. You can't get a parking space. You can't literally get a parking space. You gotta park 2, 3 blocks away to walk to that school because there's so many kids and so many parents are there. Because they got so many things to do in their communities. And that's why you don't see them downtown, because they got things in their own communities to do. So that should answer that question.
Let
We
me
don't
ask you this.
have.
Okay, wait. I'm with you, Lee. Hold on a second. I wanted to ask you. You brought up something that was really interesting. We had Little League in our community. At Palmer Park, or they had the Jackie Robinson League from Morgan Park, and over there in the over there off of in the 105th around there at Morgan Park, and we had activities. We had block clubs. We had summer camp. Remember, when the Mayor Daley would hire the young folks, and they would have the summer camps in the daytime. You go to the park, you get lunch, you go on trips and things like that. They had activities for the recreations and things. You go to most communities in our old neighborhoods, and even in Roseland and places like that, have been forgotten about. Like nobody is there. I mean, they closed Finger High. Man, that's your school, man. They closed Finger High School down. All of that building. You mean that it couldn't be used for something something? And they closed it down. Help me out, brother Lee. Help me out. Come on.
Brother, I'll say this. I don't think that school is completely closed yet. You asked me how do I know that, because my grandson will be playing at school
Well,
in foot. He will
okay,
be
yeah, you
playing
know
at
better than I do. Yes, sir.
he will be playing at school in football come spring. That will be the first team he plays because he lives in Tinley Park, and they're going to play a team, Finger High School,
You're
in inner
kidding.
city. Yes, that's the
It
first.
looks
That's the
like
first.
with me,
That's
it looked like it's abandoned, or somebody said
Listen,
it was
listen.
closed, or they lied.
I'm just telling you what
Um,
he told me.
Thank
He
you for
says
correcting me. I
he
appreciate it.
calls me. He says, hey, he said he said, you know what the first game is gonna be? And I said, why? He said, Finger High School, the school you used to go to. I said, oh yeah. I said, I'll be there. I'm at every game anyway, no matter where it is. I go
You gonna
see.
be at that one though? You going to that one? Hey, they going against your
I
school.
have I make it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this, and I saw the
Yeah.
difference. And you know what? I try to make all my grandkids games. I try to make most of them. I try to be there.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It makes a huge difference to them. They tell you they don't care if you come or not. They say it's okay, but that's not what they mean. You know what?
That's true.
They
I
light up.
believe
They
that.
light up. They light up when they
You're in the
see you.
stand. Pawpaw,
You
the
know what?
pawpaw.
They love it because they love to see you. They love to love on you.
Yeah.
They love you loving on them. But if we just
Yeah.
act like they don't exist, yes, they will act out. They will act out. And see, that's the thing. We keep blaming the teenagers for their behavior, but the parents are the source of that behavior. The parents are the root of the problem. And yes,
Yeah.
we have to accept responsibility. And that don't mean I'm pointing fingers. We adults, we should be able to have you tell you and tell us that we're wrong. See,
Right.
we'll say not all y'all wrong. Yes, all of us are wrong. We got to stop
Come on with
sugarcoating.
it.
We have to stop pacifying each other. We have to stop saying, well, all of us ain't a hoe. Yeah, all of us are hoish at one time or not. You know what? Most of us are hoish. Most of us are trifling. Most of us do wrong. We got to stop this saying, no, I ain't never done no. Yes,
Watch
you
out now,
have.
Lee. They gonna
Yes,
say
you have.
you got some
Have you?
folks out there say they ain't did no wrong now. Watch
Yes,
out.
we've all done wrong. We have all done wrong. We gonna do some wrong tomorrow. And that's the thing. We gotta stop acting like we don't. We gotta first admit that we have a problem before we can fix it. We got to first admit that we're not saints and we're more
Say that
sinners
for
than
the folks
saints.
in the back. Say it for the folks in the back, Lee. Come on,
We're
say
more
it
sinners. We're
again.
more sinners than we are saints. We're more bad than we are good. And that's the truth of the matter. We think about more wrong than we think about good. We are that. We do wrong. Do you keep extra change if they give it to you at the cash register? Yes, we do. If you find $10 on the street, do you run around asking somebody who it belongs to? No, you don't. See, so we do more wrong. We do more wrong than we do good. We gotta stop saying we on the side of God. We more on the side of the devil than we are anything else.
A lot of folks. Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
We are that. We speak more evil than we speak good, and that's a fact. We speak more bad about a person than we speak good, and then we talk about we're a Christian.
Uh-oh, I lost you, brother Lee. Come on back to us now. Come on, you back. Come on back now. I can't fix your mic. You there? Come on, brother Lee. Back is coming back. Come on, brother Lee. He's what? Okay, he's gonna come back. Come on, wait. Let me put you back in. Hold on a second, sir. There you go, Lee. You there?
We are more.
Go ahead. Come on.
We are more demonic than we are good. We won't admit it. We won't admit it. If you don't admit it, we can't change it. We think about more wrong than we think about right. We do more wrong than we do right. We do, but we won't admit it. We'll say, I'm better than them over there. No, you're not. You're just like that. We just like it. See, that's the thing. We won't admit that we have to. We say God is in us. Yes, he is. But we let the devil in at the same time. That is what we do. We let the devil in. All the time, every day we let him in. When we cut in front of somebody on the highway and we give them the finger, we just let the devil in.
Okay.
When we stick our head out the window and yell at somebody for no reason just because they driving slower than you like, we let the devil in. You know, when we say I hate my kids,
go to shooting at you or something.
And see, and that's the thing. We work more for the devil than we ever work for God.
Watch out now. Watch out.
And the devil the devil won't give you a dime, but you'll run for the devil in a minute. Devil tell you, look, we could cheat on our taxes. You say, I got it, devil. I already got that one down. I do that every year. You know, so we can lie to people. We lie just about every day or 10 times a day. We'll say, I was late because somebody jumped in front of me. You was late because you got up late.
Uh-oh.
You know, we won't take responsibility for the wrong that we do, so we always blaming somebody else. That's why the news, CNN and CNBC and Fox News, you know why they show so much bad news? Because that's what you want to see. They show you what you want to see. You don't want to see good housewives. You want to see bad housewives. You want to see women fight. So you tune in for that. You can't wait to watch. You can't wait to watch women fighting at the.
So they like to see the cat fighting and wrestling.
They fighting at the restaurant. They pulling each other hair out. And you know what? You know what? They won't show that show if they don't have nobody watching it. See, if you didn't want to watch it, they wouldn't put it on. So that's why the women gotta fight. They can't be on there being nice to kids. They can't be on there being nice to each other.
What about the thugs, the old thugs, and they perpetrating the fraud and all that? You know, they cat fighting too, but come on, Doc. Come on.
I'm gonna tell you this. Most of your rappers, they went to school. You know what? If some of them say they was gangbangers, they was the worst gangbang. They was the punk ass gangbanger. They was the one that wouldn't ball up his fist, if he had a gun to his head. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Most people, and this is something you can look at. Most people ain't been in a fight in 30 years. If they 50 years old, they ain't been in a fight since they was 10 years old. Most people on this planet haven't been in a fight, but they'll tell you they gonna whoop your ass. They not capable of whooping their ass out of a wet paper bag. That's a fact. That's a fact. When you see a man say, I'm gonna be, he don't have any experience. He don't have no experience in fighting. She ain't got no experience in fighting. But see, when women fight, when they do fight, all that's gonna happen to a woman is she gonna pull out some hair and break a nail. That's all that's gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna die. Well,
But they can
that's
scrap, but
the
they ball up their fists like they Muhammad
yes they
Ali and
do.
Joe
Yes
Frazier.
they do. They talk
Hard looking. I mean, there's some hard
they
women out there. They
they
ball their
talk.
fists up, but they go to throwing their
Yes,
hands
yes,
wild.
yes, they do. It's a lot of screaming and hollering, and it's a
Yeah.
lot of you bitches going on. When they say you bitch, it's a lot of you bitch. That's they say that now, and this is sisters. Sisters can testify to this. Y'all say hello by saying hey bitch, hey ho, hey bitch. You know what kind of greeting is that? Y'all greet each other by calling each other names. And the thing is, and I'm gonna
Wow.
to the guys too. We say, hey my nigga, hey my nigga. No, I don't answer to that. And that's the thing. We got to stop putting each other down. Like I tell you, like this, most of us have never been in a physical We fight more with our relatives than we ever fight with somebody in the street.
Have
You
mercy.
you'll fight you'll fight your cousin, you'll fight your cousin, you'll fight your sister, you'll fight your mama. But
Oh.
you ain't gonna fight no stranger out there. No, no. Only time your fist was balled up when you hit your sister in the head. But those are facts. Those
I
are
got
facts. So people talk
that
like
is.
we so bad. White people so afraid of us because we talk so much stuff. They
But the
don't
more we
even look
talk, they
our
get
way.
nervous.
They look the other way. They look
They
the
look
other
the other
way.
way.
They terrified of us. They terrified. When they
Mm.
see us, they like, oh my Lord, let me go this way. And that's the thing. We have got a
Officer straight bill.
reputation. But see,
I
the
hear
thing
you.
is, I'm saying, where you think your kids get that from? They get it from
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah.
That's where your kids get it from.
Hey Lee, I want you to do something for me again, please,
What's that?
if you don't mind. People don't understand. I want to bring your video. I want to play it. The commission. The commission, is that what it is? Not the
Yeah,
commissioners, but it's
it's
the
the committee.
commission.
It's the
I ain't gonna
committee.
tell y'all. The committee.
Yeah,
I want to
committee.
bring Brother Lee's video we can do this now. I want to first of all thank Brother Lee for that's our co-host, y'all, and Brother Lee brings it, and I'm saying this that sometimes you got to laugh and keep from crying, and sometimes you got to come with the facts before you talk about somebody, before you get before you even get your facts straight before and one thing I can say about Brother Lee Mack, he has his facts right. It may not be your liking sometimes, and folks get crazy and so forth. But then again, this is what we do. Even on the things that go on in our community, our country, we got to have a factual eyesight on things. We can't be having blinders on and everything. And there are things that affect us. I mean, and sometimes if you really think about it, you say, that is, if you come to think about it, it is good. See, we got to do some critical thinking and think about some things. Listen, I want to thank everybody for being on this morning, as far as in our audience and everybody. I had a little mechanism here that I learned how to work the board. I believe that stuff alone. Listen, this is the Magman Morning Show. We're here each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions. Thank everybody in the chat, all of the folks in the bushes and everything, all of you, all the Roberts, Brother Larry Roberts Jr., and to Mr. Maine Roberts. I got your production coming. You're going to really like what's going to happen to Keisha the stylist, and to Little Red is getting ready for the transition to be mayor of the city of Clarksdale. We're in talks, and we're talking to him now, and I'm grateful to him even for asking me. I have a meeting with Little Red, and there's some things that we're going to be discussing. So y'all pray for me as I go to talk to Little Red about some things. There's some things that he might want us to do. And I believe that the doors are opening for us. Brother Lee Mack, again, bro, we got to give me the committee. It's the committee, right? The committee, right? That's what it is. Come on, Lee, help me out.
It's
so
the
I get,
it's the commit it's the committee.
the committee. And he gonna commentate on what he was doing. And I got to put some things together. Brother Lee Mack is very valuable information, great researcher, and he just brings it just straight raw. He brings it, and can't nobody bring it like him. We're all unique in our own ways, and we all got talents and gifts. And I just want to thank him for being here. Listen, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back here tomorrow, God willing, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. I'm gonna get out of here while we can. Wait a minute here. Let me do this here. Get this stuff here. I'm gonna get out of here if we can. We gotta go. And if it's 9 o'clock anywhere Central Standard Time, it is the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll holler at you.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Talk to you folks.